Good afternoon. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Kingdom Fundraisers Live. And I'm your host, Willie Peterson, and I'm so excited and glad to be with you today. Listen, I want to continue what we've been talking about week after week, especially as we began this new year. Today, we're going to be talking specifically about the power of preparation and how to align your vision with funders' expectation. You know, we at We Pete Incorporated and specifically Kingdom Fundraisers, our goal is to align your vision or at least assess your vision and align that vision with funders who will give you a consistent cash flow. How do we do that? Well, as we do your organizational development, we look at your package, we qualify you for funding by looking at your organization's mission and your vision. Then we take that and we look for funders who match that vision, who want to fund visions like yours, who have that type of vision in their mission statement themselves. There are foundations, government agencies, there are funders who want to fund visions like yours. And then we match those. And when we match them, we look for ways to create a consistent cash flow just for you. And so that's what we do with Kingdom Fundraisers Live. Really, that's designed to teach you week after week how to do that. And then when we are talking about contracting or you becoming a member of the Kingdom Fundraisers Network, then we began to talk about how we can do those things for you directly. But I'm grateful and I'm glad to be with you today. This month is moving pretty fast. Am I right about it? It's moving pretty quick. So I'm glad to be with you all today. I'm praying that my brother and my friend, Brother Mark, is able to join me today. I'm praying for him and his household. His wife has been ill. And so if he's not with me and we don't have a lot of those pop-ups for you today, please keep in mind you will be able to DM me on the Facebook page. Mark is there. There he is. Mark is there, my brother. Good day. God, it's Faith Fridays. I know that's right. For those of you all don't know what TGIFF is, when we began these every Friday at noon about 4 years ago, that's what we called it, TGIFF. Thank God it's Faith Friday. And as we moved along, we began to learn and understand that we needed to brand it. And because we branded it because of the work we're doing with organizations, the Lord gave me the brand Kingdom Fundraisers. And so that's how we we changed the name to Kingdom Fundraisers Live with Willie Peterson, Pastor Willie. And many of the things that we send out to you have the brand Kingdom Fundraisers. Our parent company is called We Pete Inc., WEPETE Inc., which stands for Willie and Ella Peterson, because we provide counseling and consulting and coaching for many of you all and for others. And if you're looking for fundraising or organizational development, those type of things, that's what we do. Our goal is to help get your vision off of paper onto the pavement. And our goal is also to help you go from startup to sustainability. And we're able to do that with the things and the packages and the work we've been doing now for over 25 years. We have a track record of successful fundraising. We have a track record of training and development. In fact, one of my posts this week talked about how do you know you have a qualified fundraiser? And for me, I've 25 plus years in fundraising. I've also taught it in the college level on the college campus of Youngstown State University in the social work department. And so I would hope that would kind of make me a qualified individual to help you get your vision again off paper onto the pavement. And so if you're looking for a way to connect with me, go to my webpage, which is right there, wepeateinc.com. You can contact me and schedule a one-on-one session. We can have more conversation of how we can specifically help you. And you can go there, and if you follow the links on the top, when you first log on, you'll be able to find how to log on to my 1-minute prayer group. You can go to the home page and get more information about Willie Peterson. And you can go to where you can also connect and purchase some of our material. Our ebook is there, the 5 R's of Successful Fundraising. It's there. You can find the course The 5R course or the Startup to Sustainability course is there. Our PDFs are there for some of the lessons that we have here right now. And if you're looking for other ways to get these lessons, we probably have 4 years of lessons on my YouTube channel, which you can see right here, YouTube at Ask Pastor Willie / videos. You need to subscribe. I would hope you will subscribe to my YouTube channel and become a partner and a friend. And so whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's fundraising or speaking engagements or partnerships, click to the link and connect with me today. Contact me so that we can do all that we can to help you. And if you're looking for all of the services at one, whether it's Linktree, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, all of them, the 1 Minute Prayer Network, you can look right here, go to linktree.com/Pastor Willie, and everything that we provide, all of the social media our sites are right there where you can contact us and you can get all of the information on how to get that vision off of paper onto the pavement. I was talking to a pastor friend, Brother Marv Hodge, yesterday. He is now the director or the dean of education at one of the small colleges there in Ohio. And we were having a conversation about how to get your vision off of paper with some of the team that he's building. And we're actually, pray for us, we're actually going to take our Kingdom Fundraisers course, and it's going to be revised so that it can be used on their college. Amen. 12-week course of how to get that vision off paper on the pavement. The goal is to create community or to teach pastors how to get their entrepreneurship as a pastor, and how to get the ministry out of the inside of the church to the outside of the church. And many of you all know I wrote a book back in 2006. That's how long we've been doing this, literally since 1998. Ella and I have been doing this since 1998. And I don't know if that's long enough for you to know if somebody know what they're doing, but that's how long we've been on the path of doing this. Way back when President Bill Clinton was the president, is when we launched into what they called then the faith-based initiative. And we were a part of that movement, literally a part of that movement. And I've learned so much how to maneuver and to manage fundraising as a faith-based organization, because so many of the faith-based organizations, especially back then, was afraid to leap into this market or into this branding, what we call marketplace ministry, because they were afraid to deal with the government and said the government was too much in their business. But I stopped by to let you know, I don't care who you are, where you are, the government is in your business. They was then and they are now. And so part of our goal with the Kingdom Fundraisers is to teach you how to maneuver within that, not just to go write a grant for you, but to qualify you to take your organization. Let's develop that organization in a way that funders will be able to look at what you do and say, yeah, I want to be a part of that. You see, because often we look for funds, we're not really ready. We're not qualified to go get those funds. And we're not really knowing the lingo or the language that funders want to hear in order to fund your vision. And so that's what we do for you, is help you be able to speak their language. And so that when they read what you have written, in the scripture said, write the vision, make it plain, so that they that read it can follow. Come on, somebody. So we want to help you write your vision, make it plain, so that those who read it can follow. Now, not only follow it, but we want to make sure that they fund it also. Come on. Don't that make sense, Mark? We want to write the vision, make it plain, so that those that read it will not only read it and follow, but they'll also fund it. Hello, Deidre. Good to see you today. I tell my grandson hello. Hello, grandson. How you doing, man? He's probably watching me right now, too. So it's good to see you today. And so keep that in mind, everybody. That is what Kingdom Fundraisers is for, to help you qualify for funding, to help you write that vision, help you make it plain, so that those who read it, the funders that read it, will not only follow you, but they'll also fund your vision. And that's how we try to help people go from where they go, to qualify your organization for funds that you need. And then now what that does for you is help you have a consistent cash flow. We want you to become sustainable. That's why I call it from startup to sustainability. The course that you'll be watching and seeing real soon, you'll see that. And that's exactly what the course is called for the college that we're working on, startup to sustainability. So that pastors and leaders in the community can start their vision, but sustaining it is another thing. Knowing the check boxes that we need to have checked off, knowing the things that once you get a grant, how to respond to that grant, how to make sure that funders are getting the reports that they need, how to make sure at the end of the year you're responding to your 990s and you're giving them your annual reports and all of those things that you need. We have a major league checklist for every organization to get you from A to Z. And that's including human resources, that all your janitorial people and everything. We have a checklist that help you get there. Now that's designed specifically for my year-long clients. We don't give people that's only working with me for 90 days. You don't get that package, but you do. We have a 90-day package that will help you qualify. Then we have an annual or even a month-to-month package to help you get not only qualified, but to start looking for funds, to start looking for how to get grants. And then we try to make sure that if we are working with you for a full year, you have that startup to sustainability opportunity and idea to get you where you're going. So please contact me again on my webpage. Go to the webpage, download my information, contact me, schedule right there. We have our calendar is there. You can connect right away and schedule your one-on-one with me to help you go from startup to sustainability, to help you get your vision off of paper and onto the pavement, and to find a way to find funders that will actually fund your organization. Is that all right? So today, let me take a minute and just talk about your session for today. And again, I mentioned the title for today is simply, your title for today is simply The Power of Preparation. So how important it is to get ready for those funders. We talked about qualifying and how to align that vision of yours with funders' expectations so that they're willing to fund you, right? And so if you want funders to invest in your vision, you must make sure or ensure that your organization is prepared to meet their expectations, huh? So look, watch this. I'm gonna give you just a couple points. Take notes, write it down. Make sure you become a subscriber to the YouTube channel, because this video will be placed there after so long on Facebook. It's going to remain on Facebook for a minute so you can go back and watch it. And please, if you subscribe or if you watch the video, send me a message. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. In fact, if you have some specific questions for your organization, ask those questions when you DM me or contact me on Facebook, so that I can answer your questions. Is that all right? I appreciate that. Now, here's point number one. Start with the end in mind. What funders really want. That you want to start there. What do funders look for in an organization that they support? And so that's the end result, because you're telling them up front what they want to know. Funders want to see alignment with their mission or organizational capacity or accountability, and a strong plan for how funds will be used. That's what funders are looking for. Funders want to see the alignment that you have with their mission. So if funders, when you look at their annual report every year, and most funders are releasing them now, the people that they funded in 2023 or 2024, you get the annual report. It tells you who they gave money to. It lets you know if they match what you're trying to do. If you're looking at youth programming or after school program or mental health programs or drug abuse program, you want to find funders who fund those type of ideas. All right. So it aligns with their mission. Then they want to know your organizational capacity. Can you handle a $100,000 grant? If not, then how do we get you to be able to handle that grant? If you are a standalone organization where you're the only one doing all the work, then you want to make sure you can explain to them the qualifications you have to do the work. Did that make sense? Should I say it that way? You want to show accountability to the funder, that you're accountable for the money that they give. They don't want to give you $100,000 and get 25,000 back at the end of the year. You want to have all of your check marks. Do you have the budget correctly? Do you have a finance manager? Who's on your board? Do you have the right people on your board? Do you have a bank account? Do you have your EIN number? Do you have your 501c3? Are you an LLC? What is your accountability to that organization? And then you need to have a strong plan for how these funds that they give you will be used. Your budget with a budget narrative works very well in this case. And so, you review the goals and priorities of funders that you're approaching. Again, your annual report tells you that. And then make sure your mission and your program align with their vision. Don't chase the money, chase the vision, and the money will come. That's a quote that I say all the time. Don't chase your vision. Don't chase the money. Chase your vision and your money will follow. All right. That's number one. Here's number two. You want to strengthen your organization's readiness. You want to be ready when grants are available. That's what WePD does for you, help you qualify. That first 90 days of our contract agreement, we spend the first 90 days or at least the 30 days. Many organizations, like the one I'm working with out of Houston now, Angels in Earth, Angels Helping in Earth. They already have applied for all of their organizational information, their 501c3, they have their EIN, they have bank account. This gentleman is already moving along. So our next step, which I'll be sending him today, our next step is what we need to do to make sure when the funding is there that he's ready for those dollars. And so you want to make sure that the organization is ready for funding. And remember this, just because you need a fundraiser doesn't mean there's funding out there right now. Sometimes we've got to take those small steps to get to those $25, $50, $100,000 grants, because funders only release money at so many times in a year. I'm writing a CDBD grant right now for Melbourne, the city of Melbourne, but that money is not even going to be released until September of 2025. But the funding opportunity, we have to write the grant, and is due by February 6th. So keep that in mind as you're looking for funds. Just because you found a grant doesn't mean they're going to pay you. Also, everybody, I always remind people of this. Don't look for funders or fundraisers, grant writers, that's going to write their name into the grant, because legally that can't be done. First of all, if we get you a grant and you pay us, you have to pay us first and then show the receipt into that. When you go for reimbursement, most grants are reimbursable. Now, here we've been able to write some grants and got the funding up front. Some of that can be done, and now you can use your budget line items in there. That doesn't happen all the time. Many of, especially those larger grants from government agency and foundations, they're going to be reimbursable. So you're going to do the work, submit your invoices, and then they pay those invoices based on the work that you've done. So looking for a fundraiser to say, well, can you write yourself in a grant? I need you to know the amount of time it takes me to research and write a grant is approximately 20 to 30 hours. Yes, 20 to 30 hours, a month worth of work. And so I don't want to put in a month worth of work, write the grant, and then they turn around and deny that grant, and you've not covered us. So most of us fundraisers, we're giving you tips on what to do now, so that when it's time to write that grant, you're ready to go. Understand? So when you hire your fundraiser, you want to make sure you can also fund them. That's being ready. Then for the funder itself, you want to have your governance. Is your board engaged? Let me ask that question. How do you strengthen your readiness? Is your board engaged? Are they active? Who are they? What do they do? Do you have their resumes? Are you ready to submit them when it's time to write that grant? Those things you ought to have already in your computer, so that when the funder or your grant writer asks you, do you have this checklist, that I would give you a checklist of the things that help me write a grant for you? That should already be done. How about financials? Are your budgets and reports up to date? These are things you need now before you write a grant. Your board information, a budget, is it up to date? How about operations? Do you have clear policies and procedures? Yes, those are necessary for writing grants. So why don't you do this? Conduct a readiness assessment of your organization. Huh? Identify the gaps in the compliance or reporting or the documentation, and then create a plan to address them. Again, those are things that We Pete Inc. does with you in those first 90 days. If you have everything ready, then we go right to work finding funding. But doesn't make sense for you to look for a grant writer or a funder and you don't have these things, and they're writing you a grant that's lacking all of this, because these are things that funders are looking for. So, again, strengthen your organizational readiness. That was number two. And those components are the governance. So, is your board engaged? Who are the people involved? Number two of that, part two, is your financials. Are your budgets and reports up to date? And then number three, organizations or operations, should I say. Do you have clear policy and procedures? And then the action step that I want to give you and challenge you to do is conduct a readiness assessment of your organization. Please identify the gaps in compliance, reporting, and documentation, and create a plan to do them. If you're looking for someone that can help you do that, let me know. The third step that we want to talk about how to align your vision with funders' expectation. The third step is build a strong case for your support. The question that I ask you is, why should a funder choose your organization versus somebody else in the community? Why should a funder choose your organization versus someone else in the neighborhood or in the community? And the answer simply is because your case supports the things that they're looking for. You do that by writing a compelling mission statement. You ought to have one already. The one that we had there at church, simply our church mission was to build a body of Christ by building up people. Huh? And so you want a mission statement that's short, sweet, and to the point. Compelling mission statement. Evidence of the problem that you're serving. You want to tell them what you're serving, but you want to have some background history. And if you're a new organization, then what we help you do is develop your narrative to identify the problem in the neighborhood so that you can solve it. And then clear outcomes and measurable results. We have a tool that we use to help you create clear outcome and measurable results. All right. And so you need to practice summarizing your mission and the impact of that in a 60-second message or less. When you're speaking it, elevator pitch is what I call it. This will prepare you for conversation with funders. Let me give you number 4 because time is moving along. Research and target the right funders. In my 5 R's for successful fundraiser, the very first R is research. That's the most powerful thing you can do because that helps you find funders that match your vision. Come on, somebody. So are you applying to funders that align your mission? Huh? So you should research funders who support organizations and causes that are similar to yours. It's simply that. So create a list of potential funders. When we work together, we do a list. We start writing down all of the organizations in your area that are potential funders before we start looking for national, state and national funders. There are people right around your business that are out there and that will fund your vision if we align these top things first. You got it? So now let's look at number 5 and the last one for your day. Develop a plan to follow up and report. What happens after you receive the funding? What do you do? Funders expect accountability, everybody. They want to know how their money is being used and the impact it's creating. You need to have a system for tracking your grant deliverables and reporting your outcomes to your funders. Do you understand? You need to have a system for tracking your grant deliverables and reporting your outcomes. All right. And so today, what one thing your organization needs to prepare you or to prepare you better for funders? What one thing does your organization need to prepare you for funders? Let me know. DM me, write me, tell me what that one thing is, and let's see what we can do to help you get that. All right. Share your ideas, share your challenges with me on our Facebook page or on our DM so that I can help you do that. Huh? I'm going to ask you to download our readiness checklist. You'll see that. Well, if you're interested, just DM me and say checklist. Write me and say the word checklist so that I can help you and send you this readiness checklist so that you can be prepared for funding opportunities when they come. All right. And so that's what we want to do for you today. I thank you for taking a moment with me so that I can get you ready for funding for this year. It's been great, y'all. My brother Kareem, I'm sorry, I was making my notes. Kareem, man, hello, need tracking stuff. So send me, you and I need to talk directly. So always send me a message so we can get together. But I'll send you that tracking information. You got it. If I got it, you got it. God bless you. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you for joining me today on Kingdom Fundraisers Live. I'm WIllie Peterson, your host, and I'm so glad to be with you. I pray that I have some information in today's live that will help you get ready for funders' expectations so that you can get the funding you need to go from startup to sustainability, to get that vision off of the paper and onto the pavement and become the great fundraiser that you need to be here in 2025 so that your organization, so that the mission that you have, so that the vision you can expand and provide the service to the community that God called you to do. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you this time next week. Kareem, I'll reach out to you.